All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's basketball game between the St. John's Redskins and the Round Valley Elks. We're looking forward to an exciting game tonight as we get ready for tip-off. Number 23 out there for the Redskins and number 10, Big Merrill. Oh, and Jarvis gets the tip. Nice job picked up by the Redskins. Super happy tonight to tell you we've got one of the best officials in the entire state of Arizona up here calling it with us tonight. We're able to get Mr. Paul Hancock back up here. And you guys are in for a special treat. We've got one of the best players to come out of St. John's in many years, Mr. Graham Nelson, flying on this jet fighter with us tonight. The Victor Chavez is keeping up in the air as Round Valley goes up, off the backboard. So Graham Nelson, an all-star player from St. John's up here in the booth with us tonight, along with Mr. Paul Hancock. And we are super excited for tonight's game. My name is Michael Whiting, and we want to thank Judge Mike Latham, Apache County Superior Court Judge Mike Latham, for making this broadcast happen with all the equipment and everything else. Going to the line, number 23 for the Elk, that's Brett Jordan. He's a 6-foot sophomore, 170 pounds. The Round Valley Elks actually start 3 sophomores on their varsity team, so they're super young. Graham Nelson, you played as a sophomore on the varsity team. What's that like to be a sophomore starting varsity?
Well, it's really tough because you come up at such a young age and you're just not ready for the speed of the game, surrounded by older classmen that you look up to. It's really tough and it's hard to adapt, so it'll be interesting to see what this young Elks team can do against the St. John's Redskins.
And St. John's Redskins has 9 seniors on the team, but none of them have starting varsity experience. So they're like the young seniors, so to speak. We got the young seniors against the young sophomores here tonight. And Round Valley up by 1-0. Number 23 did get Mr. Brett Jordan. He did get one of those foul shots down. So looking forward to seeing what the Elks have offensively. And Paul, I know you played college basketball as well, so what are you seeing right now from the St. John's Redskins on defense?
Right now they're just trying to dictate what they want to do defensively, playing a little bit of man right now and trying to push Round Valley into discomfort. And defensively, that's all you want to do is you want to put the offensive player where he's no longer comfortable. If it's moving them 6 inches out of the box, it's moving them 6 inches. Just get them out of their comfort zone and make them have to do something they're not normally used to doing.
So number 21, Jordan Mannery, back over to Winters, who gets it back over to Mr. Humphreys, who puts down a nice three-point basket for the Redskins off the left wing. Nice shot right there. They want to get that ball into Troy Merrill, number 10 for the Elks. You're going to see a lot of him tonight.
I tell you, Mr. Merrill down there is a great effort player for Round Valley. Athletic. He makes a lot of offensive shots adjusted because of his length and his ability to get in the air. He's a great player for Round Valley.
All right, so that's going to go to the Elk. We've got our officials here tonight. Is that Mr. Sosi down there?
That's Brian Sosi.
the famous Brian Sosi.
Brian Sosi from Chinle. Gary Begay from up there as well, and Brian Lang from Snowflake.
You know, we see Brian Lang over here a lot, which is great. He's really developing into a great official.
He really is.
I'm no official, but he seems to have gotten better over all the years I've watched him.
He has. Brian Lang and Brian Sosi 3-4 years ago did the 2A state championship with me.
Wow.
So we have championship experience on the floor for a rivalry game. That's what you want.
And Mr. Winters with the long shot off the right wing, a little long there. Clears the box and the rim, but does get the glass. So Round Valley with the rebound. Number 23 with the shot right there. We'll just call him Jordan. Mr. Jordan just off the back of the rim. So number 21 for the Redskins. Jordan Mannery, he's really developing into a much better point guard. It's his first year running the offense, so to speak. Graham, what are you seeing out of him tonight and some of these St. John's players on offense that you think they're doing well or they could do better?
That's a good one. Jordan specifically bringing the ball up. Point guard's not just a position you get thrown into and you're good at, so he's had to put in a lot of work on and off the court, practicing on his own, and he's developed really well as a player. The team right now on offense, they look like they're trying to figure out what the Elk are running on defense, and they're moving the ball well. You'd like to see a little more pass and cut action, but they're doing well.
And like you said, I was talking to Jordan Mannery, as he goes to hit the three-pointer right on cue as we're talking about him. This is his first year playing on varsity, so he's trying to get comfortable with, like you said, the speed of the game.
Yeah, that's really difficult, too, for his first time ever.
Nice job by number 5, Afton Cox, as he dits it off to Mr. Mannery, and he's going to draw the foul.
That's a great fast break, taking it as far as you can, as deep as you can, putting the defense in a bad position where they have to react. You either get an easy layup, you get a foul, and if you're lucky, you get 2 plus 1.
And that foul is going to be called on number 32, Brody Ziegler. He's a 6'1 sophomore, plays forward for the Elks, 170 pounds, and into the game comes number 34 to take his place. That's Holden Bigelow, the 6', 200-pound junior, and also number 22 into the game for the first time. That's Jordan Elmer, the 6', 150-pound junior. He's a forward as well, as Mannery tries to complete the three-point play, a little long off the rim, and the rebound's picked up by number 22. That's Jordan Elmer, who just came into the game for the Elks.
I tell you can't rest on Holden either, because he can hit the three. He doesn't look like it, but he's got a great shot.
Well, he's out there in that corner. He's out there on that right corner looking for it. Man, what a pretty move by number 10, the junior, Trayson Merrill. You know, his favorite movie, Spider-Man No Way Home. You know, he's kind of one of those Peter Parker type guys. Humble guy, you know, kind of a good-looking dude, humble dude, just wants to win. But, yeah, favorite movie, Spider-Man No Way Home. So we're looking to watch number 10, Mr. Merrill tonight, down there underneath, playing against number 23, Hunter Jarvis, for the Redskins.
Well, Mr. Merrill could get along with Caden Castleberry, one of our main camera guys who loves Spider-Man, the Marvel Universe, and our other announcer, Kale, loves him as well. So
the metaverse, is that how you say it? The metaverse or whatever it is?
Yeah.
I got to get up to speed on my comics, man. I just used to read them off comic books that you'd buy from Circle K. That was it. And it came out once a month, so it's a little more fast-paced these days. So the Elks, are they running a 2-1-2?
It looks like a 2-1-2, and they have a chaser.
And there's another nice shot by Mr. Humphreys, goes over the top, but Afton Cox, big Afton Cox, playing much taller than he really is. This is his second year getting some experience, doing a great job out there, and goes up, puts the Redskins up 7-3 with about 3:15 to go here in the first period. What a nice kick out right there by number 1 for Round Valley. Riker Marble with the great kick out to his teammate number 23, Brett Jordan, but it's all for naught. No,
the basket will count because it was in the air before the foul was committed.
Oh,
so
perfect.
They'll count it.
That's why we have Mr. Paul Hancock up here, because he knows the rules. He's written the rule book. He's edited the rule book. Thank goodness we got him. So Round Valley gets the three-pointer. They're only down by 1 with 3:12 to go here in the first period, and he is going to get the foul shot. Number 1 for the Elks, that is Riker Marble. He's a 5'9", 150-pound sophomore. You may remember him from the wonderful football season he had this year for the Elks. Riker Marble doing a great job starting as a sophomore for the Elks football team. Had some amazing throws, great runs, led the Elks undefeated until they ran into a couple of really tough teams a little later on in the season. But, man, he did a great job as a sophomore quarterback. Looks like he's going to be doing a great job out here for the Elks tonight on the hardwood.
He's a tough player, hard-nosed player.
Of course, his favorite movie is Sandlot. Wouldn't that be – that's something, like a hard-nosed good player would pick his Sandlot.
Absolutely.
Favorite subject in school, algebra. Not many kids say that.
Might be the first one I know.
Right? Not many kids are like, oh, I love math. I love math.
It's tough.
Was not me.
Good for him, right?
Academically excelled.
So excited to see the super sophomore Riker Marble out here tonight as Round Valley goes into a full court press. St. John's doing a good job pushing up, breaking it. Winters is thinking he's out there on the NBA range, almost pulled the trigger. So that 2-1-2, St. John's looking to beat that 2-1-2, and that's not a pass they meant, but it worked right there from Afton Cox to Winters, and there's Mr. Jarvis doing a great job, Hunter Jarvis, with that last second offensive rebound, and the Skins are up by 3, 9-6, with just about 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the first period. There he is right there, number 34, almost gets it down, Holden Bigelow. Nice rebound by the Skins is number 21, Jordan Mannery, bringing it up the floor, scouting it over. And that wing is a weak point on the 2-1-2, and that looks like what the Skins are wanting to oppose a little bit. Mannery with a floater. Up over the top off the glass, right off the front of the rim as Riker Marble brings the ball back up for Round Valley. So, Graham Nelson, you are a high school all-star. What do you think Round Valley needs to do to score on the St. John's team right now?
Well, are they in a man or zone defense? I was looking at papers.
Oh, sorry. He's memorizing stats for us, guys. Doing a great job right there. And that's going to be a foul called on number 22. That's for the Elks. That's Jordan Elmer. And the foul's going to be called. Well, so number 1's going to go to the line for the Skins. Of course, that's Jordan Winters. So, but they're playing a man right now. What are you thinking about that man defense?
Well, if Round Valley's going to beat a man, they're going to need to do a lot of slashing and cutting to the basket and being aggressive through contact. That's one thing you can't be afraid of as a high school player. You've got to have that confidence that once you make your move towards the basket, you're going to go through whatever comes at you and you're going to get the ball up and put a shot off.
And I know you guys used to practice that a lot, contact in practice, huh? Going up, getting hit, and fouled, and pushed, and shoved, and elbowed, and all that. Mr. Paul Hancock, I'm really hoping you can help us out. That was an intentional foul or a flagrant foul, and is there a difference between the two? I've never known that.
Yeah, that was I didn't really see it, but it was an intentional foul, and maybe a technical foul added to it.
Okay.
Difference between if you go flagrant foul and intentional foul, the flagrant foul is an automatic ejection.
Oh.
Intentional foul just means that you didn't play the ball or there was excessive contact, and then you get 2 shots plus the ball.
Okay.
If it's on the shot, you actually get the foul shots plus the 2 shots.
I'm glad I asked you that. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So a flagrant foul actually gets you kicked out of the game. Okay.
Yeah, flagrant, you're trying to hurt somebody.
Okay. And intentional is where you're really not playing the ball. Like that foul is a little more. He's just trying to grab his arms and whatnot. Okay.
Yeah, just didn't go for the ball.
Okay.
So
and then it looked like there was I didn't see who the technical was on. I guess it was on number 22. He has 2 fouls. So I'm guessing, I don't know who the technical was on, but Jordan Elmer does have 2 fouls. The 6-foot junior is what we're showing on the scoreboard. Round Valley with 4 team fouls. St. John's with 1 team foul. St. John's up 10-6 with about 1:40 to go here in the first period. And this is actually a lot better game than I expected so far. And in for the Skins, number 44, who draws the foul. I'm sorry, in for the Elks. That's Brandon Strickland. He's the 6'2", 200-pound senior. He plays center for the Elks. Number 44, he does a good job right there of drawing the foul, going up and trying to score. So taking it out, number 22 for the Elks, Jordan Elmer. Gets over number 34, Bigelow, back to number 4. That's Gavin Latham on the floor right there. Oh, he takes a nice drive, kicks it back out, and with a nice shot from Gavin Latham over the top. And number 22 just doesn't quite get it, but it was a good shot nonetheless by Jordan Elmer.
Yeah, Quinn Ashton just sent me a text, so I appreciate it, Quinn. He said that was just a regular common foul.
Oh, okay.
Followed with a technical foul.
I got it.
So you clear it out for the common foul, and then you do the technical foul, get the ball at the half-court line. Intentional foul, you get the ball nearest where the foul occurred, so there's a difference between the technical foul and the intentional foul as well.
I know you kind of raised him, but Quinn Ashton's also a great official as well.
Quinn is one of the best. We've done a lot of games, a lot of big games together that's just been unbelievable.
Yeah,
we could tell stories going up to Winter Rock, up to their old Thunderdome, not having any hearing until you get to basically Sanders. And just ears are bleeding. Quinn and I have traveled the state and had a great time doing it.
And our officials, our referees, and all the different sports, they don't get enough recognition, so we talk about that a lot during these broadcasts because they're out there. They don't make a ton of money, guys. They take a ton of abuse, and it's nice to get to talk about them a little bit, to have Paul up here to explain the rules and just get a different point of view than what you wouldn't normally get. And Quinn Ashton, speaking to him just quickly, super smart guy. He was a great athlete in high school, state champion himself, and it's nice to see him continue on umpiring in baseball, calling football games, basketball games, etc. So huge thank you to all the officials all over the state of Arizona, especially in Northeast Arizona.
Yeah, we're lucky. We've got some really good officials here. There's a bar that's been raised by a lot of us, and Quinn obviously is included in that statement. And so we have some of the best in the state up here.
All right, so Jordan Mannery with a great drive, tries a finger roll over the front of the rim, doesn't fall, but he draws the foul. Looks like that foul is going to be called on number 3 for the Elks. No, 34. I apologize. That's Holden Bigelow. Foul's going to be on number 34. Holden Bigelow, he's a 6', 205-pound junior for the Elk. And he's out here. He's actually doing a really good job on defense. Did get called for that one. That is his second foul. So Round Valley with 5 team fouls. St. John's with 2 team fouls. As number 10 comes back in the game, Mr. Merrill, and, of course, the super sophomore, Riker Marble, over on that right-hand side. So Mannery a little long on that shot. Nice rebound right there by Brandon Strickland, pushing it up the court. Riker Marble gets it underneath to Merrill, just a little bit low on the feet right there. Graham, you played down underneath a lot, so did you, Mr. Hancock. What's it like getting a pass down low like that at your feet?
I mean, you can make an excuse and say it was low, but it's your job as a teammate to get it, and that was a gettable pass. And I was also going to bring up, if you've been watching this game, there's been a lot of Round Valley turnovers, and they can't have that with the score being this close. They're going to need every possession to count.
Yeah, right now, Round Valley they need to match the energy of the crowd and of St. John's. If they can sustain that, and they'll be okay. And I suspect they will. But on that pass, yeah, he's got to get it. You got to get it. You might not get in a prime position to score, but you got to get it. Save your teammate, kick it back out, and reset, and hopefully get it back in and get an easy 2.
So 100% agree.
As time expires, St. John's takes a 10-point lead into the second period. They're up 16-6 on that shot by Jordan Mannery right there. Just falls a little bit short. It was a great pass and ball underneath to Afton Cox that he gave him the 10-point lead on. So St. John's doing a good job right now, as you said, keeping the excitement up, working really hard. Round Valley with 5 team fouls, St. John's with 2 team fouls, and then, of course, that 10-point lead right here. So the crowd, if you can't hear it on the broadcast, there is a ton of people here. The gym's basically full. It's super loud. It's a rivalry game. Both teams are looking to kind of establish themselves for the season. Round Valley, I'll give you some records here real quick just so you kind of know what we're looking at team-wise and where everybody's at. But Round Valley, and this is according to Max Preps and the AIA website, they're 1-4 in games that count, if you will. That's not tournament games, but they're 1-4. They are 1-0 in the region. They just had a win against Piñon. That was on December 13th. So that was their last win. They just recently lost to Holbrook, Paul, your alma mater, on January 6th. They lost 63-40. As St. John's, on the other hand, does not have a win so far this year with a conference opponent, region opponent, etc. They've had some wins in tournaments. So both of these teams are looking to try to get a region and a conference win tonight, going in, trying to build for the playoffs as they go down into the end of January.
Yeah, they need to get both these teams, they need to start piling up some wins and moving up in the region rankings. And it's going to be interesting this year with the region, with COVID hitting again. There's teams up there starting to shut down, it sounds like. And so, the wins that they can get right now, as soon as they can get them, is important.
So Hunter Jarvis with a shot off that elbow right there, just a little bit long. Great rebound right there by the shortest guy underneath, Afton Cox. Big, strong, goes up, doesn't get the foul. Had a nice basket to end the first period. But he's fired up tonight. I talked to him early before the game. He said he's super excited about this game.
Yeah, how can you not be excited for a rivalry game? And this is one of the best rivalries in the state.
Right?
There's none better.
Right. Everybody loves the Round Valley St. John's rivalry. Afton Cox, real quick, I have to say this because it's so amazing. His favorite singer or music group, Frank Sinatra.
Whoa.
I loved Afton Cox before that, and I finally liked Frank Sinatra. I'm like, man, this kid is cool. This kid's not only tough and awesome, he's cool if he likes Frank Sinatra.
Those crooners are amazing.
Right.
Yeah, that looked like a first down on that play.
So, Afton Cox, Frank Sinatra ought to play that during halftime. St. John's still up by 10, looking to get a basket with a minute 30 gone.
Three.
Oh, and he almost gets the roll, and that's a nice tip out by Hunter Jarvis, picked up by Afton Cox. Not afraid to shoot again, right?
That'll be huge all night. The second chance opportunities the Redskins can get, it's going to help them out.
Those offensive boards are just critical. You'd like to see Merrill take it in right there when he gets that ball down that low. He just pull up and hit a shot, or like you used to do, Graham, drive and just kiss it right off the glass for 2. That's what it's going to take.
Yep, he's going to have to look to the basket every time he gets the ball in his hands.
Round Valley still gets a 2 point, so they cut the lead to 8, 16-8 with just under 6 minutes to go here in the second period. And D'Angelo, number 24, he's really wanting to shoot for the Skins. I like that. He's not afraid to pull the trigger. D'Angelo Spencer. Now we got a nice turnaround. Just a little, leaves it short.
Yeah, I think D'Angelo Spencer hit some big shots in the JV game, so he shows that he's got the ability to knock them down.
It's a nice move right there, but he just puts his other foot down before the ball touches the hardwood. You just can't do that. That's traveling.
You just get a little happy feet sometimes.
Whether it's a 1/10 of a second or 10 seconds, you got to make sure the ball gets down before your foot does. So St. John's going to take it out over here. No one's called any timeouts that I can remember so far in this game, neither coach. I did talk to Round Valley's coach a little bit before the game. He is a brand new head coach, just like St. John's. This is their first year as head coaches. So Stacy Waite coaching the Redskins, a former high school standout all-star for the Redskins, an all-state player, taking over the helm this year for the Redskins, doing a good job. And then, of course, Adam Poston. Adam Poston, a great guy. I talked to him earlier. He's taken over the helm for the Round Valley Elks. Just so you know a little bit about Coach Poston, he actually played down in Peoria. He played for the Peoria Panthers. He was a high school standout himself, much like you guys were. A great player down there. He actually came back and married a local girl up here from Round Valley, and so he's living in Round Valley. He actually was a scholarship player to the Sun Devils, played for ASU, go Sun Devils, and my alma mater. So he comes up here, and they need a coach, and so you take a high school standout, you take a college D1 scholarship player like Coach Poston, and you put him behind the helm. Talked to him. He said, we're super young. We start 3 sophomores. Graham, you know what that's like. We start 3 sophomores, and we're building. We're getting better every day. We're working on fundamentals and whatnot. And he said, you got to take these players from a football mindset and take them into a basketball mindset. So that's what he's working on. But he's doing a great job right now. So Coach Adam Poston, welcome to the area. Super glad you're here and super excited to see what you can develop with the Elks in the basketball program.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job over there. And, he's 100% right, trying to get the football physicality and aggressiveness out of these kids and turning them into fundamental basketball players.
Yes.
And if you've seen them, I had them early in the season, I've had them later, and they've improved tremendously. And just watch how they're playing. They're doing a great job. And he's doing a great job.
And that play right there, they scored on Riker Marv with a beautiful pass underneath to Merrill, and Merrill just off the glass for 2 points. That was good fundamental ball right there. So the Elk have cut the lead to 6 points with 4:35 to go in the second period. 16 for the Redskins, 10 for the Elk, as D'Angelo takes it out right here on the box play. And Winter's going to take a nice shot right there from the left-hand side just off the glass. Great rebound right there by Latham. Good rebound right there. Draws the foul, so working hard.
Speaking of Latham, we're here because of his dad.
Right? I was saying that right at the broadcast, right? We started. I'm like, hey, thank you to Apache County Superior Court Judge Mr. Michael Latham for making this happen. Paul Hancock up here with us tonight, also Director of Probation, and then Victor Chavez, their brainchild, to get these cameras, to get these kids involved, these students, and make it happen so you guys could all enjoy the broadcast. And that's a good move right there by number 44 for the Elks, Brandon Strickland, going to the hole, drawing the foul. Only 4 team fouls on St. John's, and so got to keep driving the basket, racking up the team fouls on St. John's, trying to get into that bonus or at least get some of the players into foul trouble as the game progresses.
Yeah. We have a free throw violation, number 15 for St. John, Tristan Manier. came in after the ball was in the free thrower's hand. So
he
gets another one.
So talk us through that.
It's just the defense. The defense had a violation, so you allow the offense to finish it. If he misses it, he gets one. If it goes in, then it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We just move on to the second one.
Okay.
So
just don't want that like distraction of movement while you're trying to shoot, people running in and out, that type of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because if they do that, then they continue to do it. Now we got some talking to the crowd going on here.
Oh, that's not good. We don't need any talking to the crowd, gentlemen. Just focus on the game.
Yeah.
Just focus on the game.
And I tell you, in a rivalry game like that, the crowd's going to try to get on you, and you show them a little bit of weakness, you're just adding fuel to that fire.
Isn't that the truth? Nice rebound right there by number 2 for the Elks. That's Stockton Brown. He's in the game, a 6 foot, 150-pound senior. Good to see him out there. Nice rebound by Latham.
Good pass.
Underneath to Stockton. Oh, back over number 44, and that's good fundamental moving the ball around. Brandon Strickland finishes it off, but it was Latham. Then it went to Stockton Brown, and then it went to Brandon Strickland. So nice teamwork right there.
Yeah. Penetration is just kills defenses. If you can penetrate a defense, they have to break down, and then they have open passing lanes and easy buckets.
Nice work right there. Nice work right there by the Elk. So on the floor right now for the Redskins, number 23, Hunter Jarvis, number 24, D'Angelo, number 3, Mr. Humphreys. Of course, Winters is number 1, and then Tristan Manier, number 15. That's who's on the floor right now for the Redskins. On the floor right now for the Elk is number 1, Riker Marble, number 4, Gavin Latham, number 10 is Trey Merrill, who's got the ball. Nice shot off the corner. Number 44, of course, is Brandon Strickland, and then rounding all that out, coming down on the other side. Oh, nice move right there. Number 2, Stockton Brown. So that's who's on the floor right now, the 10 players for both teams.
Yeah, I'd like to see St. John start getting the ball inside a little bit to Hunter. And then if he doesn't have an easy shot, kick it right back out for 3. That's a great move right there.
His brother, I nicknamed his brother the Baseline Bandit, but number 3 for St. John's, that is Charlie Humphreys, doing a phenomenal job on the baseline right there. And beautiful touch as he just floats it into the basket. Riker Marble a little long off the back of the iron there.
And that's one thing with St. John's. Even though they have some seniors out there, they're young seniors. They didn't get a lot of varsity experience last year, so they're having to learn the speed of the varsity game on the fly, and that's tough to do.
I love that D'Angelo just keeps pulling the trigger.
Yeah,
I think he's 0 for 4, 0 for 5, but he's just going to keep shooting,
I think Kobe Bryant said when someone goes 0 for 8, it makes him sick because he stopped at 8. He should keep going. They're going to fall in sometime.
Right, just keep going, man.
Yeah.
Merrill, what a nice shot by Merrill at the top. Just doesn't quite fall for the Elks, but it's a good move right there.
Yeah, it was a good closeout.
And there's Hunter Jarvis off the foul line. Almost gets his own rebound.
Riker Marble with the big board, pushing it. Left-handed shot, great shot. See, I love that. Push the tempo.
Yeah, I agree. Round Valley has really increased their speed of the game with this press and their offense, and St. John's needs to step up and get with it.
A lot of times teams will press not to get steals, but to just to make the tempo what they want it to be.
And D'Angelo doing a great job of just waiting underneath the basket and picking it, not getting called for 3 seconds, and so St. John's up by 5 points now. Latham with the ball out top, gets it underneath. Oh, nice move right there if no one's going to come through.
Yeah, that was a great job.
Great rebound.
There's Merrill.
Open look for Stockton Brown, just a little bit long. And you may notice Jordan Mannery's out of the game. I think he's getting some rest right now is what's going on.
Jordan Mannery's tough. He's learning how to play the point guard on the fly.
And coming back into the game for St. John's here in just a second is going to be Jordan Mannery, number 21, number 5, Afton Cox, and then number 4 is going to be back into the game. That's Asher Rabin, the 5'9 junior for the Skins, as soon as we get a chance here. Also coming in the game for the Elks is going to be number 32, Brody Ziegler, the 6'1 sophomore. So that's who's coming in and out right now, if you're seeing that.
Right now, either coach, you're really wanting your team to make a run with 57 seconds left. You want to get a couple of easy baskets and either cut the lead to 0, take the lead, or extend it if you're St. John's.
For sure.
Because right now it's a pretty important part of the quarter. You want to win the quarters at the beginning and the end.
Jordan Mannery, number 21, goes up and over, draws the foul. It's going to stand. And his favorite movie is Stand By Me, so that basket's going to stand. He's a great teammate. Love that show, by the way. And Mrs. Ovason, if you're out there, Jordan Mannery says you are his favorite teacher, so props to you. Asher Rabin with the ball over on the left wing.
I tell you, the teachers, they're in a tough spot, trying to get some of these kids wrestled back into the learning mode after 2 years of trying to do online because of COVID. So teachers are greatly appreciated and undervalued.
Look at Jordan Mannery, just what you were talking about. Driving the basket, penetration, draws the foul, Skins are up by 7 with just under 30 seconds to go, and he's going to get another 2 shots right here.
Get that penetration, and defense gets out of sorts. You get easy fouls, easy buckets.
And the team fouls were just about even, but then 2 quick fouls on Round Valley, courtesy of Jordan Mannery. And they're going to go in with 17 fouls if it holds. And Mannery's going to have to work on those free throws a little more.
Now, speaking of that, I was doing the Blue Ridge tournament, and they were playing Kingman Academy, and they're winning. And Kingman Academy's committing a lot of fouls late, putting Jordan on the line late. And Coach Waite says, look, you start making them, they'll quit fouling you. So try to give them a little incentive to start making the ball. We had a violation on both teams at the same time, a simultaneous violation, so we go to the possession arrow.
Oh, nice work up front by the Elks. Number 32 coming up big. Oh, and big number 3. Charlie Humphreys, the 6'2 senior, puts the ball down but gets called for the foul. Number 32 for the Elk. That's Brody Ziegler going strong to the hole. The 6'1 sophomore did a great job right there, taking it down the left-hand side.
Yeah, great job by Round Valley pushing tempo. Caught St. John's getting a little bit lazy, getting back.
It was a great job by the Elks right there. So down by 7, 26 seconds to go. You got to make these free throws. Give yourself a chance to cut that lead. Both of them consistent off the back of the iron.
Great
Merrill.
Second chance right there. That was amazing.
You've got to put a body on Merrill. I don't care where he is. Put a body on him. He's going to get the board.
Merrill's such a great kid.
He is.
Who's your favorite teacher, Mr. Merrill? Brian Bell.
Brian Bell.
He says his football coach, Mr. Brian Bell, is number 10's favorite teacher, Mr. Trayson Merrill. Look at Riker Marble bringing it all the way coast to coast. Doesn't quite get it. Ball goes down, so we end. The Redskins up by 5, 22-17. 5 team fouls on the Redskins, 7 for the Elk. A nice game there, a little underscored for the Round Valley. They want to put a lot more than 15 points on the board in 2 periods of basketball. So I'm sure that they're going to hear about that from Adam Poston, their new head coach, as they go into the locker room in this rivalry game. Hey, guys, we got to have more than 17 points. And he's going to want that a period. They want 17 points each quarter.
I think Round Valley, though, they did a great job of withstanding the energy of the crowd of St. John's. They're in this ball game, in a rivalry game, on the road. I think Round Valley is exactly where they want to be. Up, down 5, that's 2 possessions. It can easily go the other way for them.
For sure.
I'd agree with that 100%. You can see what they're doing on the floor is working, and it is frustrating the St. John's players. You can see it written on their faces, so hopefully they can get composure in the locker room during this break and come out ready to play some ball.
Yeah, for sure. If you're Coach Waite, you go in there like, hey, we're up 5, guys. We're exactly where we want to be. We got the lead. We just got to maintain, keep doing what we're doing, but you got to put a body on. I love what's going on here, though. You get the Round Valley cheers, Round Valley dancers getting to dance in a rivalry game in St. John's. I tell you, Mr. Palmer and the staff over in Round Valley have done a great job of working together.
Bringing these schools together. Even though they're rivals, everybody's friends, everybody knows each other, so this is great. So we're going to mute our mics and let you guys enjoy the Round Valley dancers, St. John's, and then we'll come back on later on with halftime.
Congratulations, Caroline. Good luck this weekend. We now have some students that will lead us in the alma mater and please stand.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back live as Mr. Mannery takes the ball out for the Redskins. Just under 8 minutes to go here, starting this second half. Redskins up 22-17. It's been a great game so far. If you didn't join us, both teams doing a good job. Really a defensive, low-scoring game, kind of like the national championship game last night with Georgia and Alabama. Super happy to have Mr. Graham Nelson up here with us a minute ago. He was able to stay with us for a half. He was an all-star, great basketball and football player for St. John's, so good to have him here with us. But we've got one of our great standbys, one of the man on the mic, Mr. Kell. Mr. Kell, thanks for being up here with us, man. How you doing, Mr. Hancock?
Pretty good.
The little Mr. Hancock? Does that work? It's good to have you up here, man.
I tell you, you can tell how hot it is by looking at Kale's cheeks.
That's how hot it is because my head feels like it's in a microwave right now.
You get these packed gyms, and it gets toasty in here. And Kale, you can just tell, he's like, oh, man, it's a warm one up here.
The gym is just packed. It's cleared out a little bit after halftime, but it was just packed a second ago. Oh, that's a
Big
nice shot.
Big shot.
Up
Great.
over the top.
That's a great start for St. John's. Come out, get a bucket in the first minute, extend your lead a little bit. Now we get some defensive stops. This is what you want to do.
So Mr. Latham with the ball, going to be an offside foul called right there. Nice call right there.
Yeah, illegal screen. The rules on the illegal screen has been kind of a point of emphasis that you got to be within your framework of your body. So if you lean it a little bit, you take your knee out a little bit, then we're really supposed to call them because a lot of kids are getting hurt coming off those screens. So it's a big point for the officials.
You know, that makes a lot of sense because that's really a defenseless player. A lot of times they don't even see the screen coming.
Absolutely.
So a point of emphasis, Mr. Paul Hancock, one of the best officials in the state up here with us tonight. No extra charge to you that are joining us live on Legacy Team Productions, courtesy of Judge Mike Latham.
I should charge, though, because I'm missing game fees to be here.
You know what? We were talking about that the other day. I told you that, man. If you gotta go make some moolah, Kel and I can handle it. We'll find somebody in the audience, like Graham.
My knees appreciate not being out there, let me tell you.
That's true.
50 hit me like a Mack truck.
Nice drive right there to draw the foul. St. John's up 24-17. Got that 7-point lead going back up to where they were shortly before halftime.
Yeah, doing it with aggressiveness towards the basket.
So going to the basket, number 3 for the Redskins, Charlie Humphreys. He's the 6'2 senior. Doing a great job out there tonight. Talked to him a little bit before the game, getting some of his opinions, ideas, and things he likes and doesn't like. And his favorite, where is it? I got to find, his favorite movie, Masterminds. And I don't know if you know this, but Miss Oveson is getting a lot of props tonight because she's also the favorite teacher for Charlie Humphreys, number 3 for the Redskins.
I tell you, Miss Oveson, that's a great pickup for the education system in St. John's.
Yes.
Getting her to come back home, great energy at the teacher level. She's doing great things with the students. She's helping out with the teachers. She's impressive. We're grateful that she's here.
Good family.
Yeah.
Graduated from St. John's High School. Awesome to have her back. Wonderful to have in the community. So taking it out, number 23 for the Elk, that's Brett Jordan. He is the 6-foot sophomore. Gets into number 4. That's Gavin Latham. Gavin Latham doing a great job tonight running that point guard spot. He is the 5'9 senior for the Elk. And with that call right there, with the push on 1-2. So that's going to be a Jordan Mannery.
Yeah, Jordan got a little too physical on that one. Got into him. He was in a great defensive position, and then he decided he wanted to be a little bit closer, and that's what got him into the foul trouble.
Oh, nice work right there by number 32, but a great putback. Gets his own rebound again, up and under, and still won't fall. But number 32 for Round Valley, that's Brody Ziegler. He's been doing a great job out there so far tonight. He is a 6'1 sophomore, a great athlete, just super young as a sophomore here tonight.
Yeah, they're crashing the boards hard, Round Valley is. And then
little more legs on that foul shot. Get your legs up underneath you. Get your hips and shoulders into the shot. Put some more arch on it.
Let it roll off those fingertips. Nice and soft.
Real soft right there.
Yep.
A little bit hard again, but that thing came off the rim, so he'll work on that.
Yeah, his wrist flick was too hard on that one and put it in the back. And there goes.
Nice job by big Mr. Merrill.
Look at that. 1-on-4, and Round Valley's picking up the rebounds.
Great job by Ziegler and Merrill underneath on that rebound. Winners trying to make the shot happen, and they're going to call traveling. So he walked.
Yeah. Turned the corner, picked it up a little bit too soon. Got bumped a little bit, but let him play it through that a little bit.
Walking's walking, isn't it?
Absolutely.
3 is 3, so Walking negates a nice move right there by Mr. Winners. Jordan Winners, the 6'2 junior for the Skins. Round Valley down here on the other end. A nice fadeaway right there by number 20. Good distance just off to the left.
Yeah, I don't like fadeaways, to be honest with you.
Right.
Go in there, make the contact, get the foul, shoot the free throws, make the bucket. I'm just not I don't know. I wasn't good enough to be able to shoot fadeaways, so I had to get in there.
Not many are. The late Kobe Bryant.
Oh, my gosh.
The great Michael Jordan.
I don't think anyone outworked those two ever.
Right. So bringing it down, the super sophomore for the Elk, Marker Ribel. Oh,
look at that.
Riker Marble.
Great move. Got his own bucket off the top. Great job, Riker.
The super sophomore making it happen down there on the second chance. He is a 5'9", 145-pound sophomore for these Elk. Undersized on the football field, but does a great job there as well as he does on the hardwood, as you just saw right there. So Round Valley doing a great job defense-wise.
Yeah, Riker Marble's so quick. I don't think you could catch him in a phone booth.
And Latham going to get called. You know, Latham is going up. He is a 5'9" senior, and he's going up against big Hunter Jarvis, a 6'5" senior. So he did the best he could just to try to make the bucket not happen, and he made it not happen. So
just climb up him.
Yep, got it done.
Yeah, if you're going to foul him, don't let him score. Make him make it the hard way.
And Hunter puts it in. So St. John's up by 7 again. That is the second foul on Gavin Latham, the 5'9" senior, number 4 for the Elks. And Hunter off the back of the rim. You'd like to see him follow a shot or move around.
Look at that hustle.
No
Good
call.
kick.
Nice job by Winters. Beautiful feed underneath.
You know, that play happens because of the hustle of Afton Cox.
Just got to love that kid, man. Nice move right there.
Yeah.
From Riker Marble, the quarterback, to his big tight end.
Yep. Able to
Trayson Merrill, and they score, cutting the lead to 7 points.
Penetrated the defense. Defense had to crash in on him. They're able to get the passing lanes for an easy bucket. You got to love it. Round Valley back on a break. Latham with the left, and he gets it.
Oh, Latham taking some of that, and that timeout's going to be called by Coach Stacy Wade as the Elks cut it within 5 points with just under 4 minutes to go here in the third period, 28-23. Round Valley coming out and doing a great job energy-wise and defensively, and it looks like St. John's is either a little bit tired or a little bit lackadaisical, but they've kind of slacked off a little bit there.
Yeah. What do you think they should do, Kale?
I'm not quite sure.
Kel, we're paying you big money for that analysis.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take that water from you now.
He's researching stats, I think, right now. So these guys having a great game. It's a low-scoring defensive, kind of a defensive struggle right here. That last basket by Round Valley, number 4, Gavin Latham, that was a great job as he drove the lane on the left-hand side, went to his left hand, and all 5'9", 135 pounds of them got it up in there. So nice work over the top of that St. John's player.
Yeah, great job now.
Cuts the lead to 5.
It's a great timeout by Coach Wade. You know, Round Valley's taking the momentum. They're cutting your lead. You add it up pretty good again, and they cut it back in. So take the timeout, settle your troops down, and say, look, let's just play our style of basketball. We can get this.
Oh, great effort right there by number 23, Brett Jordan for the Elk. Doesn't quite get the steal.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Wade's happy about that pass, so that was kind of a lazy pass that's going to get picked up most of the time.
Lazy passes will get you a lot of losses.
Absolutely.
Nice job right there, combating it out. Goes out on number 23 from the Elks, Brett Jordan. But good hustle right there by Brett Jordan to get underneath of the other number 23, Hunter Jarvis for the Redskins.
Yeah, that's a good battle for the boards down there. I'd like to see the big men go at it.
Through the hands of number 23, Hunter Jarvis. He did have a clear shot right there if he could have made it. Riker Marble gets the ball tipped away by number 1, Jordan Winters. So Round Valley going to take it out underneath. Going down there to Brian Sosi.
Big Mr. Sosi.
Mr. Sosi, a great official. We love it when he's here. He's from Chin Lee. Thank you for being here to all 3 of our officials tonight.
Well, they traveled a long ways to be here for this great game.
Latham to Riker. Riker back up. Oh, almost gets it up underneath to Brody Ziegler, who loses the ball, and Jordan Mannery comes away with it for the Redskins. Redskins looking at a 5-point lead with about 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go here in the third period.
I like what Round Valley's doing. They're kind of trapping the corners here.
And Round Valley's gone into that 2-3. Looks like they're almost kind of running a 2-3, and Merrill's allowed to kind of move wherever he wants.
And there's what pressure does right there.
And that pressure, we've seen that work several times for Round Valley tonight, where St. John's gets called with a travel with that little bit of hesitation. Like you said, pressure on the Redskins. So number 4, Gavin Latham comes out of the game for the Round Valley Elks.
I remember one of the first games I had when I was playing at NPC in Holbrook. Coach Vince Budenhoser the father to Mike Budenholzer.
Yeah, think about that name. Love that name. Say that fast 3 times.
Yeah. I don't know, I always called him Bud, Coach Bud, but somehow his name changed to Budenholzer. But anyway, Coach Bud, the original Coach Bud, Vince, came up to us, and we were a young team. We had 3 returning sophomores at a junior college. And he just told us, there you go, great shot, 3-point shot.
Hey, if you don't call it off, if you don't call the glass, it doesn't count in billiards. What about basketball? It still counts, right?
No. It's 8 o'clock. Bank's closed.
Bank is closed.
It's 8:40, man. Bank's closed.
It's 31-23. Redskins taking off that nice bank shot right there.
But Coach Bud always told us, because we were a pressure defense over at MPC, he's like just be patient. The pressure's going to take control here in a minute. And it does. It does.
True.
You just got to be ready to take advantage of it. So I love pressure defense.
And there's a little pressure right there on the inbounds pass, and number 23 throws it away, Brett Jordan for the Elks. And, pressure defense, unless you're someone like Mike Bibby, unless you're just a super fantastic NBA All-Star, pressure just eventually gets you. It cooks you, man.
It does. It wears you out.
It wears you out. It gets old after a while.
And we're cooking up.
We're cooking.
And we're cooking like we're in a microwave right now. I need someone to shut the microwave off.
More like oven.
So right now, with that timeout, you can see Coach Waite down there talking to his players, drawing something out on the floor. Coach Waite was a great player in high school. Started as a sophomore like some of these Round Valley players are tonight. Just did a great job for the Redskins, an all-state player for 3 years. And then, of course, you've got Coach Adam Poston down there, first-year coach as well. He was a high school standout for the Peoria Panthers, went on with a scholarship to ASU, and then actually did some coaching for UVU, Utah Valley University, up there in the Utah area, kind of that Salt Lake Provo area, but UVU, he was a student coach there as well. So he's coached at the college level. Even though he's a first-year head coach, he's had coaching experience at the college level and did a great job up there for the Wolverines. And Coach Waite, of course, was a freshman and then a JV coach here in St. John's for the last several years. So even though they're first-time head coaches, they're both great players. They both have coaching experience. Round Valley going to a full-court press.
Both teams have gotten better as the season's progressed, too. So they're being coached well by their coaches.
No call right there on number 21, Jordan Mannery. So Round Valley brings it back down the floor. Afton Cox doing a great job tonight out there defensively for the Redskins. Riker Marble thought about taking a little college NBA range right there.
Yeah. In basketball, you'll get some of those funky plays like that. And sometimes it's just the offense being in an awkward position.
Oh, and Winters takes it all. Oh, looks up and gets it over to his teammate. I thought he didn't see him there for a second.
I didn't either. So great pass right there, pushing it up to a 10-point lead.
And that happens because Afton Cox dives on the floor. Literally just sells his body and dives on the floor.
Nice.
Beautiful touch right there by Trayson Merrill.
I love the mid-range jump shots. They're phenomenal.
Yeah, you see, they're hard to stop. Yeah. So the 6'5 junior, 190-pound Trey is what they have listed on Max Preps, but Trayson Merrill cuts that lead back down to 8 points for the Elks, 33-25. St. John's looking for their first conference win, first region win, first regular season win. So they're in the driver's seat right now, but Round Valley doing a great job of really turning up the heat.
They just got to be patient. Work the ball now. Clock's in their favor. Obviously, they got about 9 minutes left in this game, minute left in the quarter here. So just be patient, make good passes. There you go, great drive.
Afton Cox.
Look at him excited. The student section's going crazy.
He is pumped up. Fakes out the 2 big men from Round Valley, makes it happen, and great job right there by Brandon Strickland, the 6'2 senior, just patiently waiting underneath, goes up, gets fouled hard, and he's going to go to the line. St. John's with a 10-point lead with just under a minute to go here in the third period.
Yeah, I think Marble took a shot to the nose on that one. He came looking at it a little bit.
Just reading some of the comments here on our broadcast. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hey, click the subscribe button right there, hit the bell. I think we've got 700 or 800 subscribers. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers for these young kids that are running these cameras and making this production happen for Legacy Team Productions. And then also, you comment during the game. You can comment. Sometimes we see them, sometimes we don't, but comment. Let us know what we're doing right, wrong, mostly wrong, so we can get better. But help us out, subscribe, leave the comments. Manera looking up the court, turns his back on the basket, gets it back to D'Angelo, has a chance to take a 3 and goes left baseline.
And we also like to give a shout out to our #1 fans, the Bishops in Scott Valley, California.
Are you talking about Bruce Bishop and his wonderful family?
Yep.
Right on.
They're the best.
Right on.
My favorite Californians.
Right.
And then there's our second favorite fan is Pacer Wilbank,
Pacer Wilbank. What a great guy.
the grandson to the Bishops.
Yes. Oh, after
Look at
Cox
that.
on the floor, number 44.
You got to get in there. You got to get in there as officials. It's getting ugly.
So Byron Soshi's like, hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Mr. Lang's like, hey, I got to drive back to Snowflake, guys. Calm it down. Snowflake won the state championship in football. I've seen good football. Everybody needs to calm down on the floor right now.
Yes, sir. Oh, good drive. Just missed right there.
Nice rebound by Hunter Jarvis. Kicks it up to Manier, who
that-
takes it up the middle right side. Oh, almost gets the roll.
That was a good hustle, good effort by both officials, all three officials, to keep that from escalating any further.
3,
Almost had it right there. Clock is winding down, and they don't realize it. And so the third period comes to an end. Both teams have 4 fouls, 35-26. St. John's up by 9. But Round Valley doing a good job of staying in this game, like you said. Home court for St. John's, a lot of energy in the gym for St. John's. A bunch of the St. John's players coming into the gym, the varsity girl players and whatnot. So nice to see the energy in here. And Round Valley really doing a good job of keeping close. Going into the fourth period, not a double-digit lead.
No,
They want a little closer, maybe the lead, but they're where they want to be if they want to go ahead and close out this game and try to get their second win in region.
Absolutely. They're only down 9. It's a low-scoring game, but you know they put a lot of pressure on St. John's. St. John's still had a lot of turnovers. Round Valley can make a run right here. The most important part right now, the first 3 minutes of this quarter, St. John's got to come out and say, look, let's play smart, let's play solid basketball, and let's not turn the ball over. Great passes, and be methodical at this point. Time is in your favor.
So that's what they're looking for right now. You know, we talked about Gavin Latham doing a good job out there on top. And Kel, maybe you know who this is, but his favorite music group is Drake. And his favorite his favorite subject in school is math. So two players tonight, one from each team, their favorite subject is math. How about that? That's pretty crazy. He's number 24 for the Skins. D'Angelo looking to take it out right now. D'Angelo Spencer, he's the 5'10". He is a junior. Gets it into Mannery, number 21, who is his senior point guard. And Manier with a nice shot underneath. Just got to kick it back behind you. When you get all the way up in the air like that, you just flick it back behind you to the player or try to hit the other guy.
Yeah,
hit the other guy with the ball and grab it, huh?
Yeah, I got a little too selfish on that play. Just, that's not the shot you want right now. Just 9 seconds off the clock and you have a quick turnover. That plays in Round Valley's favor. Work it around, make sure you get layups.
And then we get another quick foul called on, I believe that's Jordan Mannery, number 21. So the scoreboard shows that's his second foul. That's 5 team fouls for the Redskins with only 12 seconds off in this fourth and final period. They got to be careful not to get into the bonus with a 9-point lead right now.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to commit fouls. Just play good, solid defense. Some of these guys, you don't even want to get up that close on them. Make them make the tough shot.
So number 34 takes the drive for that's Holden Bigelow. Gets the shot blocked. Redskins come back down.
There you go, pulling it out. Run some clock off.
Getting underneath to your point guard. Your point guard gets called for 3 seconds. You don't see that very often where the point guard's taking 3 seconds, Kel.
You don't. We really don't call 3 seconds a whole lot.
He was kind of camped. When the smoke started coming off the fire, they're like, okay, Marshmallow's getting roasted, got to call it.
There's a little bit of a misinformation on the 3 seconds call, though, because once you get the ball, you're given a moment or two to make a move. If you've made a move, we're going to give you a little bit more time.
I like that. I didn't know that. That doesn't cost you a dime extra for this 20-something year experience as an official commentating and letting you know how it all breaks down. So 3 seconds is 3 seconds unless you've got the ball. There's a little grace period there.
Yeah, you can be in there 3 seconds. You get the ball, you make a move, and then get out. We'll give you a little time. And then it resets every time the ball's shot because no team possesses the ball when the ball's in flight.
That's right. So how would you call 3 seconds, right?
Absolutely. You have to have possession in the front court for 3 seconds.
And you can see that some people were leaving because of how hot it is. Probably just like, okay,
hot, my friend.
We'll just watch us on Legacy Team Productions.
Right.
There you go.
Let's just go
home and fire it up.
Let's just go watch on Legacy Team Productions, courtesy of Judge Mike Latham. Let's just enjoy that.
Absolutely. I tell you, this gym is getting as hot as Holbrook. Holbrook, I think, has the hottest gym in our area, and I think tonight we're a very close second.
That's just, you can tell Round Valley is really getting better fundamentally, and I think that's just a tribute to their coaches. Of course, brand new first-year head coach Adam Poston doing a good job as number 21. Jordan Mannery goes up underneath, back around, kisses the backboard, and St. John's takes their first double-digit lead of the night, 11 points on top of Round Valley right now, 37-26.
Yeah.
And
Round Valley coach, he's been impressive. I've seen him, like I said, I've watched a lot of their games this year, seen him, and they've gotten better and better and better. Now we got Merrill and some of the others coming back in. They're going to make a run right here.
So Trayson Merrill comes in, Gavin Latham comes in, and number 1 Riker Marble. 3 of their starters come back in. Latham being the senior, Riker being the sophomore, and Trayson Merrill being the junior. So you got a good spread of under and upperclassmen right there.
Yeah, hasn't Merrill been playing since he was a freshman, though?
Since he's a freshman, I remember calling his game, calling him the freshman phenom.
Yeah.
But and
Look
there
at
you go.
Rise Up.
Call his name, and it's a nice move right there. And it's a nice shot. He almost gets it.
Yeah, good hustle. Good hustle by Merrill.
He kind of smiled because he thought he knocked it out of bounds, but it stayed with Round Valley, so he had a little smile as he came out of there.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is like everyone can have their opinion, but only one matters in this situation.
Isn't that? You can cry all you want, go through as many tissues as you want, but when it's called, it's called. Oh, Riker Marble in and out.
So.
In and out for the sophomore Riker Marble, trying to cut that lead back to single digits for the Elk.
Yeah.
And Round Valley putting some pressure on it, and they get the ball, but Jordan Mannery with the hustle.
Good hustle by the ref getting in there, too.
I think it's going to be a jump ball. I almost thought we might see a timeout, but I don't know that anyone had possession enough to call a timeout for either team.
It's funny you mentioned that. There's another point of emphasis this year on timeouts that the official in that area is the only one who's supposed to make that call on the timeout.
Okay.
Coming from the players or the coach because he knows who has possession.
Yes.
And if the other official comes from way outside, he doesn't know who has possession.
Yeah, he's not seeing it, right?
Yeah, and then whoever calls timeout first gets possession. That doesn't seem fair.
No, not at all. So that's good to know. You got to have an official right there. And having 3 officials, I remember, weren't there days when it was just 2 officials? Back in the
oh my gosh,
back early. Remember those days?
Yes, I do. Because we've only had 3 officials like 3 years.
Right.
We did the Blue Ridge tournament this year with just 2 officials.
Oh.
After 3 years of nonstop 3-man officials, and I remember Kelly Kinghorn, official that came down from Utah, lived in Holbrook, did a lot of games with us. He's like, I've been doing 3 officials forever. I'm a terrible 2-man official, and I didn't know what he meant until the Blue Ridge tournament when I realized that I was missing half the court as a 2-man official.
You're that guy now.
I am that guy.
You're a 3-man official. But for the first 15-ish or more years, you guys called all the games at 2.
About 20 of my first 20 years of my career we did.
That's crazy.
So we go to state and get some 3-man experience, but everything else was 2-man, and it's you miss so much of the court and so much of the game that we did miss a lot. The game is much better with 3 officials.
So I'm ignorant, so I'm going to ask the question. How many officials in the NBA? Is it 3 still? Yeah, it's 3. Okay.
They did have a developmental league that had 4 officials.
Oh,
they were
wow.
trying that out for a bit. And as fast as the game is getting, we might get there.
Hunter Jarvis just a little bit over the top. Great rebound right there by Jordan Winters, who gets pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, there's a little bit of intensity getting raised up right now. Officials are going to have to start working harder.
So you've been in a ton of rivalry games from the Great Thunderdome and Window Rock to everywhere in between. What do you do to kind of calm things down and get the teams hey, it's just an athletic event?
You know what? The one thing that I have always been taught is use your voice. So when a situation like that occurs, or in fact the other day we had one ALA Gilbert and Holbrook, and a couple of kids were starting to get into it a little bit. I'm getting ready to inbound the ball. I come in there and I just have a conversation with the 2 kids. Let them know, hey, we're watching you right now. I'm watching you. Quinn's watching you. BJ Little's over here. He's watching you. You do anything, we're going to start getting you. And, so once I take a couple minutes out of the time, they start calming down. Quinn comes in there, and he helps de-escalate the situation. So it's just a matter of using your voice, coming in there and letting them know, hey, we're not putting up with this. And then the first time they do something, you got to get the quick foul.
That makes sense.
That way they know. They know that you're not playing.
All right, right there. Wow. A lot of hard playing going on. Winters is going to get a foul called on. I don't know if it was 1 or 32. Looks like 32. So Number 32 for Round Valley, Brody Ziegler, is going to get called for a foul. That's 17 fouls on Round Valley. There's 18 fouls on St. John's.
Yeah, I think we're going to get an intentional here shortly.
And then we've got, that's 3 total fouls on number 32, Brody Ziegler. So nobody, I don't think, has 4 fouls yet that I'm aware of these players tonight. But while we're talking about, let me put all that down and grab something for you. Wow, Mr. Winters, Jordan Winters, is shooting his foul shot. His favorite movie is also Spider-Man. And you got to love the kid because his favorite team is ASU. So, all right, Jordan Winters, you got to put this one in for all those Sun Devils out there. So, Round Valley down by 12.
Why aren't we throwing Spider-Man more in there?
Right, a lot of Spider-Man fans out there. Kel, what's your favorite movie?
Spider-Man No Way Home.
All right. Is it the Metaverse? Is that what it's called? Multiverse. That's what
and
it is.
it even has villains returning from past Spider-Man films like
I
William
saw
Dafoe.
How crazy was that?
Jamie Foxx.
That was pretty cool. The original Spider-Man I thought was the best, by the way. You know, he's kind of like fits like what you think Peter Parker, at least in my mind, what Peter Parker would look like and be like.
I like all 3 of them.
They all are very good actors, by the way. Very, very good at what they do. So, number 23, Hunter Jarvis, going to the line. He is a 6'5 senior for the Redskins, and this is the first time the Redskins have had a lead like this going into the 4th period, really in any game that they played this year. They're up by 13 points. There's about 4 minutes and 43 seconds to go here in the 4th period. Both teams are in the bonus now. Each team has 8 fouls.
Yeah,
8 overall fouls. So
this game's going to come down to who keeps their head, though. As it gets tighter, more intense, whoever can keep their head and the better players stay in the game.
So Latham to Riker. Riker takes the NBA 3 and comes up a little bit short off the front of the rim. And that's just muscle memory. You're going to take shots from 3 feet behind the 3-foot line. You got to practice those.
Yeah. There's St. John's, Stacy. Wait, you're just like, hey, settle down. We don't need that quick shot. We don't need those bad shots.
Isn't that the truth? So it's going to be called right here. That's going to be 9 total team fouls. I think he calls that on. Yeah, he does call that on. Merrill, so that's going to be 9 fouls, total fouls for Round Valley.
But what's better, a foul from far, a 2-point play from far out, or a 2-point play from further in?
Right. What do you think?
What do you think, Cal?
Well, they're not going to add half a point for if you look like you're an NBA superstar.
Yep.
No.
19-9 gets you 3. Anything less than that gets you 2.
Yeah. That's a great pass right there from Jordan Winters to number 3, Charlie Humphreys, the 6'2 senior, finishing right there. And
stretching the lead to 15.
Wow, 15 points, but a great job right there by number 32, Brody Ziegler, picking up that off shot by number 10, Trace Merrill, putting it in.
Yeah.
Round by back to the press. Winters looking around, gets it up to Afton Cox, takes it to Hunter Jarvis.
Oh, great hustle. Great job, Mr. Merrill.
Trayson Merrill with the great rejection off the glass right there, hustling to get it done, and puts it up over the top. Foul going to be called on number 23, Hunter Jarvis. Trayson Merrill just trying to get a quick shot off up and over the top of St. John's.
I tell you what, a block like that can ignite a run for Round Valley. Let's see what happens with Round Valley right here. And Merrill gets rewarded for his block with a shot down at the other end and gets fouled. So he gets an opportunity to go for 2 to cut the lead to 11.
That's a great job right there. His favorite class at school for Trayson Merrill is weights. How about that? And I asked him, how many years have you been playing basketball? I said 12 years.
Wow.
So he's been playing since he was a little kid, doing a good job out there tonight for his team, the Round Valley Elks. And I love the fact that his favorite music is country music.
There you go.
So Trayson Merrill has got a chance right here to cut this lead.
Gotta get those in.
Man, those are nice. He's got nice form on his foul shots. Makes the hustle against Afton Cox. And Round Valley's going to get the ball back. So good hustle right there by Trayson Merrill. You'd like to see him make both of those foul shots. But nonetheless, at least Round Valley gets the ball back. Looking for a chance to cut this lead. Goes over to Latham. Down the baseline. And Riker Marble is going to get a nice shot off the left wing, but it's going to come off to his left-hand side.
I think there's a frustration foul on Riker Marble. After the shot, I think he tripped Jordan Winters.
So if that's the case, I think Round Valley is going to go to 10 team fouls. So 10 team fouls for Round Valley. Yeah, that's going to put St. John's in the double bonus. And then Riker Marble now has 3 fouls as a player with 3:18 to go here in the 4th period.
It's interesting because they already subbed him out, and if that's 10, it's a 2-shot foul. He should still be on the floor. Unless that was his 5th foul. Maybe that might have been his 5th. I don't know.
Yeah, we may have it. We may have it wrong down there on the scorers table. They're just showing 3. So, number 1, Jordan Winters going up. Talked about him a little bit earlier. He's developing into a good player. I talked to Coach Stacy Wade about Jordan Winters. He said, you know what I like about Jordan Winters? He wants to be better, and he's a good basketball player, and he wants to be better. So, good to see him out there on the floor.
Yeah, that was a great fake by Latham. Almost was able to get past his guy and get it easy, too.
Beautiful work right there by number 44, Brandon Strickland for the Round Valley Elks, the 6'2 senior. Hunter tried to steal that ball, or Charlie tried to steal that ball, and then he just took it down, turned and went. So draw the foul, stop the clock. The clock is obviously working against Round Valley at this point. So the beautiful thing about a foul is the clock is not running, and you get a chance to score 2 points.
Absolutely. Coach Wade, you're like, don't foul him. We want the clock to keep running. They'll be able to cut into our lead on the free throw line with no time coming off. That hurts us. That hurts the Redskins. But plays in Round Valley's favor.
And with that foul right there on Charlie Humphreys, he picks up his 4th foul, and now St. John's is also in the double bonus with 3 minutes to go here in the 4th period. And Winters thought the ball was poked out, so he didn't go after it. That's why I've always liked to just keep hustling after the ball. Get it if you can, throw it off somebody if you can't.
One of my favorite posters is Larry Bird in a full-on dive into the stands, and it says, makes me sick when people watch the ball go out of bounds.
Yes.
You don't know what that official's going to decide, so get the ball.
Get the ball. Take the decision away, put it into your hands. One of the greatest players that's ever played the game of basketball, Mr. Larry Bird. If you can't take advice from that guy, bless your heart. So St. John's with another foul.
Another foul.
Only 3 seconds off the clock since the last possession, and Round Valley's getting to shoot again. So Round Valley looking to cut this lead right now to 10 points as number 21 gets called. That's Jordan Mannery with 4 fouls. A super important player for the Redskins, doing a phenomenal job here tonight. Picks up his 4th foul, and Trayson Merrill puts 2 down. So Trey Merrill puts 2 down after missing the first 2 on that last foul. He puts those 2 down on that foul, and there's a 10-point lead for St. John's now.
Yeah, cut it from 15 to 10.
20 fouls.
At least, because they quit counting at 10.
20 fouls have been called in this half.
Well, and let's be honest, though. There's probably should be at least 30 called
at least
right now.
30.
You know, it's been really physical.
And in the first half, it wasn't like that.
No.
In the first half, I think Round Valley had 6 fouls and St. John's had 4 fouls, something like that. I don't know if we got to 10 fouls total in the first half. Right now, we have at least 20 because, like you said, the scoreboard quits going up after 10. So not a place you want to be if you're the St. John's Redskins with a 10-point lead. There's really no reason at this point to foul anybody, really for any reason.
Yeah, if you're St. John's, you just want to hold back, run the clock. Round Valley's going to have to start fouling you a little bit, but have great passes. Make sure your passes are crisp, good cuts. You know, run the clock. Run the clock out. In Round Valley, you want to put the pressure on and get as many steals as you can and force St. John's into making those bad passes and taking shots that they shouldn't take.
So right here, you want to see St. John's move the ball around. There's no shot clock in high school. We found out from Kel Hancock last week that there is going to be a shot clock introduced depending on what each conference wants to do. So we could see that next year.
We could see it next year. It'll be interesting.
But until then, the Redskins can just keep taking time off the clock, trying not to give the ball away by bouncing it off each other's legs. And you'd like to see Winters go back, not take that low percentage spin around shot, get it back up top to his team, slow the ball back down, take some more time off the clock.
You're not in the NBA.
Not yet, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. They're always hopeful. They always said not yet.
You never crush a kid's dream. You never know what they can do.
Isn't that the truth?
You know.
Why?
Oh, Manier with the rebound. Trayson Merrill knocks him down.
You know, that's a hard foul, but to be honest,
he didn't
Trayson Merrill there was no intent on that. It was just, hey, I ran into you and I weigh more than you.
Yep.
That's a physics question right there.
That is a physics question. If 6'5", 210-pound Trayson Merrill runs into Tristan Manier, who's 5'9" and weighs about $130, who is going to go to the ground? That's the question, Kel.
Yeah,
that's the easy to start the test question right there.
That's going to be on physics midterm, guys.
Yeah. And Tristan Manier, to his credit, tough as they come. He's a Manier and a Greer, so he's super tough. But he gets in there after taking that hard shot, puts his first foul shot down. So St. John's back up to 11 points with 2 minutes to go here in this 4th and final period. That one comes off the rim short. And the man that fouled him, Trayson Merrill, picks up the rebound.
Look at Round Valley getting out on the break quickly.
You'd like to see it get back out to Latham for a 3.
That's
Instead,
a good shot.
we'll take 2.
That's a tough shot, though.
Yeah.
Gets in the middle of the lane and be able to finish it.
Nice job right there
Yep.
by Round Valley. I think that's number 22. Sure is.
Good
Great
hustle.
Jordan Elmer, the 6 foot, 150-pound junior, just flying in there. At least he changes the possession arrow. So Round Valley cuts the lead back out of double digits. They're only down by 9 with 1:43 to go. And into the game for the Redskins comes Jordan Mannery, number 21, who has 4 fouls on him right now.
Yeah, this game's going to come down to the wire. Round Valley's going to work their way back into it.
And D'Angelo advertises that pass. You could see it coming.
Yep. Latham with 2.
And Latham. Gavin Latham follows up on the missed shot. Puts it in for his team right there.
7-point lead, minute and a half to go.
Oh, man, Kel, this is why you always got to keep fighting, hustling, never giving up, no fouls, and all of a sudden St. John's finds themselves with 1:31, which is a lot of time in basketball.
A lot.
They find themselves with only a 7-point lead, and they've got multiple players in foul trouble right now. St. John's does, and, of course, they're in the double bonus. So last thing you want to do is foul if you are St. John's. There is just no reason.
Yeah,
Almost.
Mr.
Almost
Mannery
no
for
reason.
St. John's really needs to back off and not be aggressive towards the ball because St. John's can't afford him having his 5th foul. You can't lose your point guard.
No.
Round Valley's cranked the pressure up
To the
they're,
max.
They're getting a lot of turnovers. St. John's needs to be careful with those passes. Those lazy passes, those weak passes are getting picked off and turned into points for Round Valley.
So right now on the floor for Round Valley is number 2, Stockton Brown. Number 4 is Gavin Latham. Number 22 is Jordan Elmer. Number 44 is Brandon Strickland. And number 10, of course, is the great Trey Merrill, the 6'5 junior that played a great game tonight. Onto the floor for the Redskins, number 24, D'Angelo. Number 5 is Afton Cox. Number 21 is Jordan Mannery. Number 1 is Jordan Winters. And number 23 is Hunter Jarvis, the 6'4 senior. So that's who you've got on the floor with 1:31 to go here in this 4th and final period. Round by putting massive pressure on the Redskins right now.
I think if you're St. John's, you put your best ball handlers in there, the best foul shooters you have, and you just work the ball out. Round Valley, you put some younger kids in there that don't have the fouls, and you gotta lengthen this game. You gotta make this game longer.
Yep.
And you gotta put them on the foul line, hope that they miss, get the rebound, and then kick it. You're playing possessions right now.
So a foul right there by number 4, Gavin Latham. That's his 3rd foul of the game with 1:18 to go in the 4th period. St. John's up by 7 points, and Afton Cox makes it 8 points right there.
Yeah.
Kel, what do you think about Afton Cox? We were talking to him out in the hall earlier. Give us some stuff on Afton Cox. I'll get you the sheet. Yeah,
After
let's
hits
hear
both free
about it.
throws. 9-point lead.
What does he want to do after school?
Flight school, and his favorite movie was a Marvel movie, but it wasn't Spider-Man.
Well, tell us what it was.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, it was. Guardians of the Galaxy. Triple team on number 44. St. John's with the triple team. Afton Cox gets the rebound, and it looks like the foul is going to be called on Round Valley. I think that's going to be on number 2.
So I like to see that Afton gets fouled, gets knocked to the ground. Instead of getting up and saying anything, he just runs to the other end of the court.
Gets a big smile on his face because St. John's is up by 9 points, and this is the biggest lead they've had all season going into 1 minute to go in the 4th period.
Hits it.
He makes it 10. Back to a double-digit lead for St. John's.
What is something you want to be remembered after you leave high school? After Cox said his mullet.
My mullet, how about
Mullet.
that?
Then why'd you shave it?
He kind of shaved it off, didn't he?
He looks like he's been to the boot camp,
Right.
except for that scruff on the chin.
So he's growing it out. He's going to let it grow for the rest of the season and make it look beautiful, so to speak. But nice shot right there by number 22. Dang, that's a little long off the iron. And 22 gets it again. Comes off the glass. They're going to call a foul.
Good hustle. Round Valley's just, you know what?
Jordan
Love it.
Elmer.
Love their intensity, love their energy. They're never say die attitude. They got 49 seconds left, and they're going to find a way to win it, they say.
Yes.
And I love it.
The 6-foot junior Jordan Elmer takes a nice 3-point shot, comes back in, grabs a rebound, gets fouled. Why St. John's is fouling, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. I guess they want to force them to win from the line. But like I was always taught, the clock stops.
The clock stops. You got to keep that clock rolling.
So
You know, even after a made basket in high school, the clock continues to
keep
run.
rolling. You're up by 10. They make a basket. You take the ball out. You control it. You burn that 47 seconds off the clock. So
Yep.
we know why Round Valley's fouling.
Yeah, Round Valley, like I said, Round Valley has to foul. They want to extend the lead. I think Afton's made his last 4 shots, so I might not want to foul him anymore.
No, Afton Cox, he's a smooth customer. Linebacker, running back for the Redskins in football.
Oh, I jinxed him.
Jinxed him. That looked like a billiard shot in the pocket,
that,
out of the
Buck?
pocket.
I gave him the old announcer jinx. Kale's glaring at me now. Misses them both.
Oh,
Misses them both.
Silva.
Good hustle. Oh,
Good
on the
pickup.
line.
And he puts his hand out, number 44. Brandon Strickland, the 6'2 senior, with a great hustle for the Elks, and he just touches the out-of-bounds line with his hands. So goes back to the Redskins. I'm assuming they're going to foul pretty quick here. And, winners. Oh, that looks like a dunk contest where you jump over your friend.
You know what's interesting about that? I thought they were going to get Jordan with the travel.
Right.
Because before contact, it looked like he moved his feet.
Yes. He shuffled into him. It was 4 or 6 steps. Nonetheless, he got that lucky headband ripped off his head right there. He straddled him. It's a good job to keep his head down so you don't lose it.
Yeah, that's a good play, though, right there that no one got hurt. What is that, Kale?
First ever extra point Justin Tucker ever missed in his career. It's right after the announcer said he's never missed an extra point.
There you go. Those dang announcers.
You want to jinx it, you can jinx it.
Just for that, I'm going to have to do work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got to go to work.
Hey, explain that to us. It goes up and over the top of the backboard.
Well, it can hit the top of the backboard.
Okay.
It can't hit the support behind it or the
support.
strap, or it can't go all the way over a rectangular backboard.
I got it. Okay. Rectangular backboard, it can't go over, or it can't hit the support.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it can roll all the way across the top as long as it doesn't touch anything.
Roll over the top, fall off the end, and you can still grab it.
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
The fan-shaped ones that you never see anymore.
So the top of the backboard isn't out.
It's in. The bottom of the backboard, the only part of the backboard that's out is the backside.
Backside, okay. So if it rolls over, it's obviously out.
Yeah, once it rolls over. And if you shot it over like the Larry Bird did that one time, that doesn't count because it went over the backboard, so it becomes out of bounds.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Hunter Jarvis, this is that one right there. Skins up by 11 with 25 seconds to go here in the 4th period. Roundvalley's looking to drive inside. Does. St. John's fouls again.
Yeah, you got to start understanding the situation. No, 27 seconds left, 21 now.
Jordan Mannery's going to foul out. With that foul right there, Jordan Mannery gets 5 fouls. Your star point guard fouls out with 21.9 seconds to go into the game. Comes number 24. That's D'Angelo Spencer. He's the 5'10 junior.
That's the hard thing. Again, it's your rivalry game. You know, you're not going to quit playing hard, and at this time, you've got to back off defensively. Let him hit. If he hits that shot, you're still up.
That's all right.
You're still up 9 with 21 seconds left, 22 seconds left. You can let the ball sit out of bounds for 5.
And take
3
that.
times, and you win the ball game.
Right. So number 20, nice shot right there. Roundvalley back within 10 points. You're going to see a foul right here by Gavin Latham, number 4 for the Elks. On number 1, that's Jordan Winters, the 6'2 junior for the Redskins. And this team doing a good job with Coach Stacey Waite continuing to work on their fundamentals, their aggressiveness.
Mr. Latham's out now, too. He committed his 5th foul.
You know, Gavin Latham played a great game. Gavin Latham is the 5'9 senior for the Elks. He had a great game. Good job defensively, scored a lot of points, had some good foul shots. And with 19 seconds to go, he fouls out of the game. So
yeah, he committed his fouls trying to get the Elks back in the game. He did a great job. Great team player.
Great team player. Carson, hope I'm saying this right, Gillespie. Gillaspy, number 14, Carson Gillespie. He's the 5'8 junior.
His dad is official now, too.
How do you say his last name?
I think it's Gillespie.
Gillespie?
Yeah.
It's spelled interesting.
It is spelled interesting. I think his dad went to Kearney Ray High School.
I graduated and went to school with a lot of Gillespies. They were awesome. Nice shot right there, Brendan, with 22. Jordan
9-point game. Now we're in 3 possessions with 6 seconds to go.
And got to push that up, get rid of that ball.
Yeah, you don't want it in your hands. Don't take that shot.
Hunter Jarvis tries to go down, and St. John's gets its first win of the season, 49-40.
And how poetic against a rival Round Valley Elks.
Hey, if you're going to get your first win of the season, it might as well be against your rival, right?
I tell you what, though, this has been a phenomenal game. It was everything I expected and more. Both teams fought their hearts out. You know, game 2 is going to be in Round Valley, and it's going to be a humdinger.
Oh, that's going to be a totally different game up there in the wonderful dome. The beautiful, beautiful area. The Dome is an awesome place to play, and Round Valley is going to be up there ready to take on the St. John's Redskins.
Yeah. Well, Coach Poston over in Round Valley, he likes to play a lot of the games in their old, small gym.
Oh, I love that little gym.
You and me both.
That's a great
It
little
is a hostile environment.
It gets loud in there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's the best. So I agree with him 100%. Play in there whenever you can. Great sportsmanship by both teams. Well played game, hard fought game. Loved it.
Oh, we got to get with number 15, Tristan. My favorite teacher. I think it says Miss Hancock.
All right. Hey,
How about
finally. I'm going to give you 7 extra points.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
That kid's in. He's got it going on. So we're going to go ahead and sign off. It was a great game tonight. St. John's wins 49-40 against their rival, the Round Valley Elks. Both teams played a great game. Good fundamentals with 2 brand new head coaches leading these programs. They're getting better every game. A huge thank you to Legacy Team Productions, of course, Judge Mike Latham, our Apache County Superior Court judge, for letting this happen, getting the equipment, getting the kids involved. And, of course, a final thank you to Victor Chavez, who's got this. We've developed into, I think, a fighter jet now.
I think so.
We're getting slim, fast, trim. I don't know if we're F-22 or an F-35, but we're definitely into fighter jet status. So he's keeping it going. And Mr. Paul Hancock, thank you for being here, giving us the official breakdown, and also bringing in a basketball player's experience who used to play in college so we can have that. And Graham Nelson. Awesome having him on the broadcast, a former St. John's player, an all-state player for St. John's. He's looking to go down and play some football right now, a great football player in his own right. So congratulations to him and best of luck. So we're going to sign off after we thank Mr. Caden Castleberry and his whole crew for keeping these cameras going. So everybody drive safe getting home. Be careful, and God bless.